The Chinese army killed thousands of Tibetans till the streets of Lhasa was soaked in blood. The blood from the streets of Lhasa is flowing in us. The Tibetan movement is born out of a revolution. Besides Tibetans saying that Tibet belongs to Tibetans, Tibetans were on the street demanding Tibet's independence. March 10th is Tibet's independence movement, and it can never be lost. Because if we lose that, we will lose what all our ancestors died for. We cannot airbrush and cloud history. Let's stay true to our cause. When we think about March 10th, we think about the time when ordinary Tibetans did extraordinary things on their own. They did not wait for the United Nations or the United States to come and help them out. They stood up and took this responsibility on themselves. So today is an important day to remember about our unity as Tibetans. 65 years ago, when they were on the streets of Lhasa being executed, there was no Chokatulo. There was not this political leader or that political leader. There was not Uma Rangse. Tibetans stood up united. Today is that day to remember that unity. Because we came to exile with a promise and a commitment to come back to Tibet one day. We still have not fulfilled that promise. We must prevail. We must prevail because the million martyrs who died for Tibet expect that. We must prevail because our siblings suffering inside occupied Tibet expect that. We must prevail because we made a promise. And we must prevail because if there is justice in the world, it must be delivered through Tibet. We must prevail because our parents are dying in foreign lands. We have to prevail because China is not just taking our lives, but they are removing our existence. China is destroying our entire civilization. We must prevail because every Tibetan today in this world is an endangered species. I challenge every Tibetan today as I stand here. What will we do when we go back home today? What will we do on March 11th? What will you do in March 12th? What will you do for the rest of the year? And what will you do till we prevail? We pray for the long life of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. We fight for independence. And most important, we make sure the promise we made in 1959 is fulfilled by bringing His Holiness back to the Potala Palace, reuniting him with our siblings in a free and independent Tibet. Big hello!